subscribe, this is where you wanna be, cause you know we gon' talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey y'all, hey everybody. Hey everybody, can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Oh Lord, I'm in the office, child. I'm in the office. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Thumbs up. Let me close this door. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, hold on. All right, can y'all hear me? All right, I see some thumbs up. That means you guys can hear me. Okay. So, happy Thursday, everybody. First of all, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing good. I know I just got off live with you guys. Thank you, Cheryl, for the 3 Coca-Colas. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I love when I wake up to Coca-Colas. How's everybody doing? I am sitting here in my robe. For those that care to know, I'm probably not going to come on camera. I will for a minute. How about that? Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Damn, my camera is not even turned on, baby. Here we go. Here I go, you guys. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. But I'm about to turn it off because I'm not going to be on camera because I got my robe on. All right. So anyway, we are going to do a short overview. This live is not going to be long. I just want to do an overview of what we will be moving on to. So it's not going to be long. I don't want it to be all over the place. She said, dang, Amore, your last live got over 5,000 views. Did it? I didn't even notice. Let me look. I didn't even notice. I actually didn't even look. I ain't even going to lie, child. If it did, it's because we got some nosy posies, baby. You hear me? Hold on. Let me see. I ain't even pay attention. Oh, damn. Already? Oh, wow. You know what? I promise you, I didn't even know it had that many views already. Damn, that means a whole bunch of people want to see me live, child. They like, let's take screenshots and shit. I don't give a damn. Anyway, I didn't notice that, but wow. Big shout out to my moderators. Hey, y'all. Hey, moderators. Hey, members. Hey, those in green. I picked up some subscribers, though. I will tell you that I am every day I wake up, I have more and more subscribers. I'm like, wow. It's either people that really want to hear from me or people that just can't stand me, baby child, honey. I only need about 200 more people, about 220 something more people, 220 away from 10,000. Oh! Share this live with your friends that love talking about court trials. Now, let me give y'all a little rundown of what we will be getting into. Y'all know we leaving the truth sectors. We're going to leave it for them people over there that's so obsessed with a woman and her babies and what's between her legs and all that stuff, right? We are actually moving on to something more important, in my opinion. Now, raise your hand if you have heard of the Breonna Taylor story that happened a while back. Breonna Taylor, it happened out of Louisiana. Oh, not Louisiana, I'm sorry. Kentucky, Indiana, Kentucky area. Raise your hand if you are familiar with the Breonna Taylor story about the no-knock warrant and the cops came to the home with suspicion of the boyfriend and tried to justify her killing, saying that the boyfriend fired first, and that they were justified in firing back, which unalived Breonna Taylor. Y'all remember that? Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Yes. So this case is similar, all right? I got some video clips, but before I play the video clips, I would like to read a little bit about what's going on so you guys will know what we are going into. Here in Houston, where I live outside of Houston, but whatever, nevertheless. Houston is the biggest city around where I live in Texas, okay? She said, you're going to get 10,000 way before your birthday. Yay, speak that, baby, speak that. Okay, this is the segment that we are going into, okay? There's a guy named Gerald Goines, okay? He's an ex-cop here in Houston, was over the narcotics department, right? He was the head of the narcotics department officer, right? Back in 2019, January, a botched raid went on, right, with two individuals by the name of Dennis and I'm just going to say Nicholas because I don't know how to pronounce her first name. I think it's Rogina. Okay, Rogina. They spell it a little different, okay? Rogina and Dennis was unalived. They were in their home. What happened was nosy ass neighbors. Y'all know we love nosy neighbors, right? But a neighbor called 911 and said that her daughter said that she was over to these people's houses and they had drugs and guns. Okay, lots of it. So what happened was the team got together and conducted a no-knock warrant raid. It went bad. Okay. What happened? They went to the door, and as they was getting ready to bust it down, they said that they took fire from inside of the home. They said that the people from inside of the house started shooting at them first, and they just tore that damn house up, y'all. They fired, I don't even know how many shots. I mean, I'm sure we're going to find out during the trial, or if I come across it, I'll tell you, okay? But let me go over the timeline right quick. It said, who is Gerald Goines? He's the ex-cop at the center of the deadly Heartland Street raid. Have anybody heard of this? Raise your hand if you have heard of this. The tragic incident that led to the trial began in January of 2019 when a botched drug raid ended with the death of the homeowner, Dennis Turtle, and Rogina Nicholas. Goines, which is the black guy. Let me put his photo up for y'all. Now, I'm just going to say it like this. It don't matter what color you are, right? If you did wrong, you did wrong. The officer that's on trial with 2 felonies facing jail time, prison time, is the guy in the white, and he's also the guy in the, I guess you can call that turquoise, green and blue. That is him. He's on trial, child. Oh, Lord, these road cops. Anyway, let me finish going. We don't want to consider him guilty yet, y'all. You know, you're innocent until proven guilty here in America, okay? So Goines, along with other HPD, Houston Police Department narcotic officers, they burst into the couple's home unannounced through a no-knock warrant. Now, I don't even know why they still have those no-knock warrants. But if somebody came to my house and bust through my door unannounced, I'd be scared too. I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you. I really don't know what I would do. Would I fire back? Would I run for safety? I mean, you know, you can sit here and say anything until it happens, okay? Authorities later claimed that Goines fabricated, which means lied. Goines lied about the warrant. Okay? He never had a warrant. Leading to a cascade of questions and scrutiny surrounding the case. As the trial approaches, KPRC2 investigate reporter, that lady named, continues to dive into the complexity of this case. All right? It says 5 years after. Now, this happened in 2019. It's been 5 whole years, right? The case was dismissed. Well, not dismissed. The charges was dismissed and picked back up. Okay. Sometimes charges can get dismissed because, you know, if you're a police officer, you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, right? They can get the charges dismissed. And that's what happened. The charges was dismissed and they were picked back up because people was like, y'all not about to get away with this one. People tired of these cops around here being able to do whatever they want to do and get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? You have no right to bust through somebody's doors illegally looking for shit. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So there really was no warrant. He lied about it, said he got a warrant or whatever, right? Some of these people. Okay. Anyway, it says 5 years after the deadly Hardin Street raid. Still no criminal trial for the former HPD officer, Gerald Goines. It is very difficult pathway to the end in a not guilty, meaning that for this man to be found not guilty, honey, God gonna have to come down and sit in the courtroom right beside him, is what they saying, honey. All the evidence shows right now that this man is guilty of murder. That's what they're trying to say. This is what the news people saying, not me, all right? Not me. In 2019, Goins was first charged with murder. The felony indictment accused him of tampering with government records, which led to the no-knock warrant at the Hardin Street home and the shootout between the couple and the police. Okay? According to the police, Goins admitted that the information he used to obtain the warrant was false. It was false, right? And also the information he claimed to have gotten from the confidential information about the couple selling heroin from the home was also false. Meaning they started off saying they got a phone call from the neighbor, said that her child was doing drugs in his house. Now they said, oh, that shit is false. It wasn't true. They said it wasn't true. They said it was false. They made that shit up. Now, I don't know why an officer just want to pick out a house. And this case is very important because you got to think about it. You can be minding your own MFing business, sitting in your own house, abiding by the laws, doing everything. And cops can come to your house on suspicion of drugs and criminal activities. And you too could be in this case. They can pop you and everybody in your house. And then they can turn around and try to plant some drugs and say that, yeah, this was yours. Plant drugs, plant weapons. Listen, a lot of this is happening. So this case will be televised by a lot of TV stations or whatever, because it is important. These cops in America has been doing the most. Okay. So this will be a televised case. We will view this case on our channel here. I'm sure other content creators will probably do it as well. But I, Amora Davis Johnson, will be going over this case. It starts Monday and I am here for it. Okay. Early this year in March, a judge decided to throw. Now, this case, what I'm reading right now is, let me see when it was. Okay, this was written September the 5th, which is today. Okay. Early this year in March, a judge decided to throw out the two murder indictment. Goins' defense attorney argued that the indictment did not specify which law their clients violated in connection with this felony murder indictment. So early on, March of this year, a judge threw this out and said, that man don't even know what he violated. What did he violate? He don't even know what he being charged for, really, right? He's like, what did he do? What did he do? So a judge threw it out. Now, let me tell y'all something. If you didn't know, I hope you know. Sometimes these police officers and lawyers and judges work hand in hand, okay? They have some type of connection, and they trying to stop that here in America. They're like, right? But I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, to be honest with you, honey. They in each other's pockets, right? They probably friends, family members, and so forth and so on, okay? So earlier this year in March of 2024, a judge threw it out. Threw both of the murder charges out, the indictment charges out, right? Because the defense attorney argued that his client did not know which law that his client violated. Okay, his client said, what did I do? What law did I violate? Okay. While the indictment did mention the tampering with evidence, which he admitted to, he admitted that he tampered with evidence and presented false information, and it was still thrown out. Okay. But even though he admitted to tampering with evidence, it did not specify which of the 6 tampering subsections he may have violated. Okay, subsections that he may have violated. So basically, he's saying, yeah, I did. I did wrong, but y'all don't know where I did wrong at. Y'all don't know what I tampered with. Y'all don't know what false evidence I presented. All right, what is a no-knock warrant, you ask? All right, let me explain what a no-knock warrant is. All right, it says here, A no-knock warrant is a warrant that is executed by law enforcement as any other warrant is, except that is given the name. Law enforcement do not have to announce who they are upon entering, okay? They can still have a warrant in their hand, but they don't have to knock on your door and say, Amora, this is Officer Goines. They can show up at your house and break that motherfucker down, okay? And go right in there and get you. That's a no-knock warrant. It's still a warrant now, you guys. It's still a warrant, and it's still obtained the same way any other warrant is obtained. But they don't have to announce and be recognized, advance and be recognized, okay? They don't have to tell you who they are. They can bust your door down without even saying who it is. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't agree with this at all. And let me just tell you why. 9 times out of 10, somebody going to get hurt. You ain't busting nobody door down, and people have weapons. You ain't busting somebody door down and they're not going to react, okay? Unless they just don't have weapons or don't have anything to harm you back, okay? But it says a no-knock warrant is absolutely legal here in the state of Texas, okay? All right? So some states is not legal, but here in Texas, it is, okay? Now listen, the reason why they obtain these no-knock warrants where they can enter your home without telling you who they are, right? It says the situation they have to have a reasonable belief that announcing their presence will create more danger for them, okay? Or that the evidence that they're after, whether it's the narcotics or the weapons, will be destroyed, okay? They think you're going to go hide your shit, flush your shit, throw your shit out the window, okay? So it's legal for them to be able to catch you red-handed. They want to be able to bust your door down and see the heroin or whatever they're looking for right there, okay? They don't want you to get rid of it. They don't want you to stuff it somewhere they're not going to be able to find it. They don't want you to flush it down the toilet. They don't want you to, throw it outside the window or whatever. You might have a secret compartment in your house that they don't know nothing about. They don't want you to get rid of your shit, okay? So they have to have reasonable belief that their lives in danger or you are going to destroy evidence, okay? So that is what the no-knock warrant is, and it is illegal in the state of Texas, okay? How many states you guys live in that is not legal? Tell me. I see Glenn said not in Memphis. So in Memphis, they don't have no-knock warrants. Any other states do not agree with the no-knock warrants? Anybody? Anybody? Let me know in the comments, okay? All right, so it says if I'm the defense, I'm going to argue that prior to this case, the Houston Police Department was using no-knock search warrants regularly. So here it goes right here. It said this department had been using the no-knock warrants regularly, like they don't announce who they are to anybody else, whether it's suspicion of danger or for them to hide their shit. They just don't tell people who they are. So in Texas, you need to be careful. When you have a knock on the door, you don't know who it is, baby. It may be the cops. And honey, guess what? They said regularly, the cops come knocking at your door and bust that joker in without telling you who they are, okay? It says if they were something that was so clearly dangerous to human life, why were they used so often? Okay, so if the no-knock warrant supposed to be, right, so clearly dangerous, right, to human life, then why are they using it so much? All right, she said it's not legal in Florida. Oh, damn, Florida of all places? Really? Say, hey, more is legal in Arizona. So you saying it's not legal in Florida. Now, see, I would think that Florida would be similar to Texas. So you mean to tell me in Florida they don't have a right to come busting in your house. They have to advance and be recognized. She said North Carolina allows it, but some jurisdictions don't. Okay. Arizona allows it. She said it's illegal in Texas, right? No, it says it's legal in Texas. It says it is legal right here in Texas, okay? South Carolina, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's legal here either. Oh, South Carolina? That's another red state. I would think that it would be, but they need to get rid of them, honey, because people get hurt. Either the cop's going to get hurt, because you come busting through somebody's door that got some fire behind them, they're going to light your ass up. You know, you could be Jesus, and Jesus come bust through somebody's door, he might get lit up too. I'm just saying, like, that's very dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? But this person is saying the defense is going to say it is used regularly, okay? Like, they are allowed to get these no-knock warrants regularly, okay? It will be difficult for the prosecution to prove that a no-knock search warrant is inherently dangerous, all right? After the shooting, charges was made to how the HPD executed the no-knock warrant, all right? All right, it says, let me show y'all a video right quick. It gives a little small breakdown, because let me tell you something. This guy is not just charged with murder of these two individuals, and that's it. The reason why this case is so important is because he's been doing this for a while. There is so many cases out there where he has had no knock warrant, has charged people with narcotics or having a weapon in the house. And guess what? No weapon nor narcotics have been found. Okay, it's only a small amount of cases where they actually found like a handgun or a long hand rifle gun or something like that. So they're saying because of this case, if he's found guilty, there are so many cases, and I've heard so many numbers on different news channels. I've heard hundreds, I've heard thousands. There's so many cases that will be overturned that he had something to do with. Meaning that he done locked up some innocent folks, y'all. Okay. Now, I don't know if he gets some type of award as a narcotics officer for locking people up for drugs, but this has become a field day for him and his team. Okay. They go to people's houses. They bust their door down. They put them away for 25 years for hard drugs, weapons that they are not allowed to have. Innocent people are sitting in jail right now. Now, allegedly, honey, allegedly, because we ain't going to say he guilty yet. The trial has not started. The trial will start on Monday. But allegedly, there's a lot of people sitting in prison right now because of this man and his team, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this. The reason why they're going after him so bad, because he was in charge of that team, okay? What did I tell y'all? Shit rolled downhill. So sometimes the leader of the pack, baby, have to be taken down, right? They got to go to the top. Take the leader down and everybody else falls, all right? That is what they are doing here, right? But a lot of the write-ups that he's being accused of, right, has his name all on it. His name is written all on it. All right. So I'm going to show y'all a little clip video. It's about 22 minutes long. I will be stopping it and starting, but this gives you an overview of what we're about to face come Monday. Okay. Now, if you don't like court trials, you may not like this for the next, I don't know. I don't even know how long it's going to last, but I'm assuming it's going to last a long time. They said this is probably one of the most important cases here in the state of Texas. Okay. All right. Let's listen.
Sure. By talking about the two people who lost their lives during the.
Yeah, that's Dennis Tuttle, Regina Nicholas. Dennis was 59 years old. You see him right there on the left. That image has become one that you just cannot erase because we've seen it so many times. Regina Nicholas, she's 58 years old. A neighbor started this all by claiming that their daughter, called 911 and said that she was doing drugs inside their home. There were guns there. And that's where Gerald Goines comes in. He gets a tip from this, right? He finds out from the patrol officers that were there after it was all put down on paper. This, according to the former police chief, Art Acevedo. And they start to build a case against those two individuals right there, Regina and Dennis. That leads to a warrant being created, a no-knock search warrant. And that ultimately is what led to their deaths here, because you have officers showing up to this very, very modest home, okay, in Pecan Park. I'm talking, Zach, it's about 1,100 square feet. Oh, wow. They show up on a Monday afternoon. They set up behind the trees, ready to go, backing them up. Again, they believe they have a legitimate warrant here, a legitimate warrant. They get up behind the trees, they sit in, and then you have the guys come in and no knock right away, bust right through. Okay, they said they claim police, they claim there were sirens, still trying to get to the bottom of it. They go in, it was over in a matter of seconds.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, going back to that day, was this decision a surprise to many?
Yesterday's decision was shocking, right? Because here we are, we're this far down the road, this far down the road with this case. And then suddenly you find ourselves going back to the beginning of it saying, hey, we're going to drop these murder charges, the state of Texas murder charges against Gerald Goines. Again, here we are 5 years after this incident has happened, more than 3 years after they have been charged. Yeah. And suddenly it's almost as if you're back to square one again.
So does this mean Goines is clear of state murder charges?
No.
Okay.
Because what can happen now is really simple, okay? They can take this back to the grand jury, which is what's expected to happen here, and give it a dime. Now, what I was asking yesterday was this. In the original charging of Gerald Goines, back in, I believe it was August of 2019, and there's Gerald Goines right there. What they did was they immediately directly charged him, meaning they didn't quite take it to the grand jury at that moment. It was a direct charge from the DA's office. And then ultimately what happened was the grand jury followed up on the DA's suggestion, and they did indict them. However, now there's the belief, the working belief, because I spoke to the DA's office yesterday, they're going to do everything they can to put this back towards the grand jury and re-indict him. You have to remember something here, okay? You have to remember something here, that the DA's office can still, as I indicated here, they can still move forward and continue to charge him because they want to keep all their options open here. Yeah. But you do have the tampering charges. You have the tampering charges. And those are the charges that I've been told from many individuals, those are the stronger charges for the state, because you've got them, quoting other people, you got them dead to rights. Yeah. Including numerous people, and that's the quote they use. You got them dead to rights on that one. The state with the murder charges, it's going to be a bit of a challenge there, they feel. But again, they were able to get the indictment. Yeah. So let me ask you this. We know he's also facing federal charges. Does this state ruling affect that federal case at all? It does not at all, okay? I've heard this from so many people. I know this for a fact because I've studied so many cases. I've covered them, my experience. Two separate, okay? And the president of the union yesterday said to me, and this is what it goes back to again, that everybody believes the feds have a stronger case. You also have to keep in mind that the federal government has the ability to really swing a large hammer. Yeah. You know, they come in, and that's why they're almost unbeatable in federal cases, because they are just so powerful in the way they're able to get everything they need to build their cases. Federal government's much different from state. Yeah. State government, you can indict. Federal government, you indict as well.
Okay, I see you guys asking, were there any drugs found in the home? There was a small amount of cocaine and marijuana. It was no heroin found, okay? A small amount of cocaine and marijuana was found. So they got all these drugs and guns in the house. That was not found, okay? Now, another thing, they said that the 4 officers were wounded. Even Gerald himself was wounded. He was shot, right? So they're trying to say that that they have no proof that this homeowner fired any shots. However, their chief has come out and said there's no proof that it was friendly fire. All right. You know what friendly fire is, right? Friendly fire is when, you know, the cops shoot each other. Basically, the cops surrounding the house, and they were shooting up the house so bad, they don't know if the other cops took the fire or the hit from the other cops, or did they really take all of these hits from the homeowner? Okay. So the police department is trying to say the homeowner shot at them, and that is why they were firing back. They had another investigator to get on this that came out and said there's no proof, or he has received no proof that, what is that? Oh, that he has received no proof that the homeowner fired back. Okay. And I'm sure we're going to find out all that. But as far as drugs, only a small amount of weed and a small amount of cocaine was found. Okay.
Oh, but most of the time, those cases are 99% bulletproof.
I want to go back to something that you commented on briefly. Kim Ogg, as we know, is leaving office in roughly 9 months. The office will be transitioning even before the election. Will the new DA continue to pursue this case in a way that keeps it afloat?
Well, let me get to the part before we even talk about the new DA, okay? Because there's the potential that new DA is someone who knows about this case in Shantir. The reality is, okay, if you're going to represent this case to the grand jury, you're going to have other attorneys obviously still continue. You might have the same attorneys work this. But you have a time in which attorneys are saying, wait a second, Kim Ogg might be leaving office. I'm not in the best of position with whoever might be the next DA. I'm looking to potentially jump.
Justice for the victims.
I'm going to pass that a little bit because they're just talking about the political stuff. You know, they were in the middle of changing the DA, and they just wanted to know, would the new DA still pursue the same type charges? Okay, so I'll just skip that part right there. Let's get to the meat and the potatoes.
What's going to happen is it's going to get represented here, and we'll see what kind of charges get filed.
Okay, I appreciate it. If you want to continue to follow up on the case, head on over to our website, clicktohouston.com.
Oh, hold on. Let me go back.
District Attorney's Office confirmed.
Continue to follow this for us. Thank you so much for waking up.
And real fast.
Yes, sir.
You know, Shantir, whoever, or the next DA, everyone's expecting it to be Shantir, but they could also just kick it to another county. They could just say, hey, you know what?
Oh, that's a good point.
We're going to recuse, we're just going to go move it. But in reality here, I suspect that what's going to happen is it's going to get represented here, and we'll see what kind of charges get filed.
Okay, I appreciate it. If you want to continue to follow up on the case, head on over to our website, clicktohouston.com. There you will find several articles of our reporting throughout the past several years, 5 years now, on this case. And of course,
now, Gerald Goines is not the only police officer that's being charged, okay? But this is his trial because he was in charge. You understand what I'm saying? But he's not the only police officer that's going down for this. This guy right here, you see, I don't know if this man is white or Spanish, Hispanic or whatever, but he's also being charged. That is his partner. But it's several other officers also being charged, okay?
Of course, Mario will continue to follow it. Thank you, sir.
But this is his trial.
All right, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Today, a former Houston police officer has been re-indicted on a felony murder charge.
Just last month, a judge set aside the indictments against Gerald Goines. Goines is charged with murder and is accused of lying to secure a no-knock warrant in the deadly Harding Street raid. 2 homeowners and their dog were killed in the 2019 encounter. 5 officers were hurt. Today, the Harris County District Attorney's Office confirmed with KHU 11 News Goines has been re-indicted. And they, quote, look forward to getting justice for the victim's family.
Okay, now let me stop here. This particular, what I'm about to show you right here is one. This is just one. You know, it only take one, and then everybody start coming out the woodwork. But this is one person that charges was overturned after this man has spent time in prison, right? Well, actually, I think I got 2, but I don't think I uploaded the other video because it's another black guy that he was sentenced to 25 years and he did 5 years so far. And they let him out right now as a condition that he's out free, like out walking around and everything, but his charges is not dropped until after Gerald Goines' case, because once Gerald Goines, if he's found guilty, a lot of people about to get freed from jail under his watch, meaning that the charges that he charged people with, these drugs, guns and stuff like that, they're about to be set free because they're saying that this man has lied on a lot of people. Okay, so this is one particular guy that he was in the medical field. Now this case, this one right here is actually sad. This man lived a regular life. He was in the medical field, and he was wrongfully charged by Gerald Goines of having drugs. Y'all take a listen to this.
My name is Randall Callanan, and I'm a civil rights lawyer, and I'm here today with James Ibarra, who was falsely convicted by Gerald Goines, the architect of the Harding Street raid, which ended in the murder of the Tuttles. And he has filed a federal lawsuit because he recently, just weeks ago, got his conviction overturned because the court, the highest criminal court in Texas, a very conservative court, believed that Goines lied. Goines was the main person who provided the evidence for his conviction. He fought it for a year and a half. He spent $10,000. But one thing is he lost his job because of the pending charges for methamphetamine possession. So he lost his job. And then he was late for trial one day, or excuse me, late for court one day, and so they put him in jail. And with Gerald Goines ready to testify and tried to put him away for many years, having run out of money, they offered him, if you take this guilty plea, we will let you out today, out of this jail. You can go home and take care of your wife, your mother, who's bedridden, who's partially paralyzed, or we'll leave you in that jail because he cannot bond out. He has no money anymore. And we'll come back later for the trial where you might get 5 or so years. So based on the advice of his lawyer, having no money, and his mother and others depending upon him to care for her, he took the plea bargain. He got out that day, but he was convicted. Felony, the only felony conviction that he has had. And since then, he has suffered immensely because he cannot get a good job. You cannot get a good job with a felony methamphetamine.
So he pled guilty so that he wouldn't have to spend no time in jail. He pled guilty and it screwed up his life. He lost his job. He can't get a decent job. Like they taught. This is so sad and so crooked. And it was all because of lies over saying that this man had methamphetamine. You see that? Either go to jail and wait for a trial or just plead guilty, lose your job, have a hard time trying to provide for your family with good pay because you have a conviction of having hard drugs. Crazy, right? He was a normal, typical guy and got caught up under the web of Gerald Goines and his shenanigans.
Conviction. Now, he's not the only one. The highest Texas court, criminal court, has decided that 15 other cases of Goines need to be overturned because he planted evidence, lied in court, lied on affidavits. 16. It's hard to get one overturn of a felony conviction. This has resulted in 16, and that's so far. There were 3 individuals.
He had 16 other cases overturned, right? That Gerald Goines was over, meaning that he was a witness to. 16 of them was overturned, but that ain't even all, y'all. There's so many more, but 16 so far has been overturned for his lies, okay? Planting shit. I don't know what in the world this man was thinking.
Who likely would have had their cases overturned as well. But they have died. And they will never get justice. They will never see their vindication because a dead person cannot go to the Court of Criminal Appeals and try to get their case overturned. That's what the law says. So we're here today about the other victims of Gerald Goines. The Tuttles were killed, but there are other victims who have suffered greatly. And this is the very first lawsuit, the very first civil lawsuit that is being filed to try to get some compensation for what James went through, this horror show that others have gone through as well. But this is not just about Goines. The city wants to point at Goines and said, oh, we didn't do anything bad. It was that guy over there. They put up with this. There was a bunch of policies that they could have implemented, But they allowed these narcotics divisions and Gerald Goines to run wild, do whatever they wanted. They're being accused of stealing money, stealing property. You know, and it wasn't just Gerald Goines who went along with getting people convicted who were totally innocent. It was other officers. And that's why the city itself is liable, because they're responsible too. You just can't blame one individual, one bad apple, and say, oh, there's the guy. Everybody else is innocent. He did it all. No. We can show a practice, a policy and a practice of doing the same to many people. And there's many policies they could have implemented, like having body cameras at these raids. If there was a body camera, then they wouldn't be there planning the drugs on him, or nearby. That's how they did this case. They planted the drugs nearby. If you remember the Harding Street raid.
Can you imagine being innocent, minding your own business, and then having to deal with this because some road police officer wanted some type of recognition of having the most, you know, convicted drug busts or whatever, and they planted drugs on you? Like, I'm one of those that have never ever done drugs in my life. Can you imagine my whole life ruined because somebody want to plant drugs on me, around my house, in my house, and then I go up the road for 25 years over fake drug charges? Can you imagine that for a minute? There's probably a lot of innocent people in jail right now for police officers like this man right here, the one in the white, because he want to plant drugs to get recognition. I'm sure that, you know, because of his type of department, I'm sure for every drug bust, it was probably like another notch up under his belt or something. I'm sure he got some type of recognition for having the most drug busts in the city or something like that. I'm sure, you know what I mean? Which is crazy.
Officers had some heroin in his car for some reason. Well, if you remember, the Tuttles were accused of selling heroin before they were shot and they were murdered by Goines, and that was probably going to be the throwdown. Evidence was the heroin.
So did you hear what he just said? So the two individuals that ended up with their lives taken, the couple, right? They accused them of having heroin in their home. They didn't find any, right? Remember, I just told you there was only a small amount of cocaine and weed. However, guess what? They said one of the officers had heroin in his car. So guess what was about to happen, y'all? Now, of course, this is allegedly, but allegedly that heroin that was in that officer's car was going to end up in that home. Okay? Make that sink in for a minute. Let it sink in. They were about to frame this couple, right? And try to justify their murder. Yeah, that's what they was going to do, which is shameful, very shameful.
Same as here. They had some methamphetamine and they threw it down, and then they blamed him for it to get another conviction. So we're here today to tell the other individuals that they can do something about this. And if there's any other individuals out there who have been convicted on the word of Gerald Goines, or maybe even some of these other people who have been charged with crimes from the narcotics divisions of the Houston Police Department, that maybe you can get your case overturned. Because this is one of the worst travesties of justice probably ever in the history of HPD. And this ranks up there in the last few decades with the worst travesties in the United States. People dead, dozens in prisons, lives ruined over and over for 10, 20 years. The city is to blame, not just Gerald Goines. Next, we'll hear from Cynthia Cole.
Well, good morning. My name is Cynthia Cole. I'm the executive director for a union, the American Federation of State County Municipal Employees, Local 1550. But I'm also an activist, and I want you all to understand why I am here. I represent employees who work in the medical field. And can you imagine how quickly your life changes if you are accused of being anywhere around, associated with any illegal anything that has to do with drugs, medication, chemicals? James had a really good job working in the medical field. He will never, even if it's been overturned, he will never have that opportunity to rebuild his career because it was a conviction. And although now that the conviction is over with, trust and know that most medical environments, most clinics, most anything that has to deal with medication and the care for anybody is not going to say, yeah, we understand it was overturned, you were innocent, but you were still convicted. So it has ruined his life. This man will not be able to rebuild in the career in which he studied for. He was in an environment, getting a haircut, in less than a second, there's a raid, and he's in jail. Then he spends all of his money. He can't afford to fight anymore. It's a bigger mountain to climb. Now he has to go ahead and plead out. He pleads out, it gets overturned some years later, and his life is still in a shambles. So the message as an advocate for the community that I put out there is, yes, there are bad apples. There is a tough fight, but you can't give up. This man didn't give up. He will have to rebuild his life, but he didn't give up. Is everybody guilty? Is everybody innocent? We used to go by innocent until proven guilty. Then when somebody plants something on you, you're guilty. And now you got to go and prove that that person was a bad apple. I strongly encourage anyone who genuinely feels that they were in that particular circumstance or situation, fight it. Rebuild your life. There is hope. And he represents that it can come true.
Thank you very much. Next, wait. Next, we'll hear from Jeff Reese.
All right. Save the best for last, or they're dragging the bottom of the barrel. I do apologize, but my name is Jeff Reese. I'm a current member of the Greater Coalition for Justice with Johnny Mata and this young man right here. I'm past president of the Houston Peace and Justice Center, but before all that, I was with the Harris County Sheriff's Office for almost 26 years. And I can't tell you how many cases I've seen like this. And I felt it was my duty to come out and say something, because being a Caucasian and being a police officer, I thought, well, maybe they'd listen to me, but no, they won't. And probably they won't even listen to anybody right now. The problem with the system is, and you see these back the badge, I love the blue, but they don't stop to see what's behind that. Most people don't accept something that they haven't experienced themselves. Most people have not gone to jail, and they should be very grateful they haven't, because it's a whole different world. Right now we're in a contested race for who's going to be the sheriff for the next 4 years. And unfortunately, what happened to him, it happened to many people, but no one would ever accept it. But now we know, because of Gerald Goines and what he did, that it actually can happen, and it does happen. Hi Boy and I went door to door on the Harding Street drug raid, and we knocked on all the doors, and half the people had their cell phones taken from the Houston Police Department in order to study what had happened, I'm sure. Strangely enough, they never got their cell phones back. At the time, there was a young man who got on the airwaves and made a statement about he was tired of all these thugs and all these activists, and that he had their phone number and all their number, and he was going to go after them because of what travesty had happened at the Harding Street drug raid was all due to the activists and not the police. And there was a certain police chief who actually said what heroes these guys were, but nobody could question them because they were dead along with their dog, unfortunately. So anytime I'll be there to say what I can say and help in any way possible. I was there, I worked there 26 years. I can tell you what happened to him actually happened to him. Not because I was there, not because I witnessed it, but because I've seen similar cases like that over the years. So I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, I'll be over here. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Now, James, be careful once you come over here. Maybe you want to take your mask off if you can.
I would like to say thank you for everybody for showing up. Thank you for Mr. Randell for taking this case. Thank my wife, Crystal Valerio, for being here. There's not much I would like to say other than thank you very much for believing in me. And it's been almost 10 years that all this started. But
10 years of fighting. Damn. 10 years for fighting for your freedom, or fighting a case that you didn't do, and somebody accused you of doing, all your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that got to be tough as hell. Whew, jeez.
Will say this, that he has ruined a lot of people's lives, and his day will come in court. And thank you for all of your justice and your support.
Thank you very much.
I don't know why this man had his head down, because I would have looked dead in that camera, because I would have wanted Gerald Goines to see me, to see my eyes. You understand what I'm saying? I would not hold my head down, but he's probably holding his head down because, he took the plea deal. You understand what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to go to jail. So he pled guilty, and I'm sure that he was looked down upon for a long time. And that's why he can't raise his head up. Of course, this is my own observation, of course.
Is there any questions that y'all have?
I had a question for Mr. James.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
But since there's ongoing litigation, we can't get into the facts. But if you want to talk about something else, that's fine.
If you could just
It looks like he wanted to cry, and I guess he didn't want to cry in front of everybody because there are cameras in his face. You know what I mean? No, don't no real man want to be on TV, news or whatever with tears in his eyes. You know what I mean?
talk about what life has been like for the last 10 years and getting to this point.
Yes, ma'am. It's been a struggle. It's been emotional. It's been tiring. Did anybody believe me? I'm a veteran of Desert Storm. I never was treated like this. I didn't think I was ever going to be treated like
He a veteran? Treat my veteran like this? What? Hell to the no.
this. I tried to tell these officers that I'm like brotherhood with them, but they didn't want to hear it. It's us against them mentality, and it shouldn't be like that. But it has been devastating. But I am getting by now that I've been dismissed with this case.
Do you have any employment right now?
No, ma'am. Now that I have no felony on my record, my next step is to look for better employment and to get my life back on track again.
What kind of work did you do in the medical field?
I was a care provider. I was taking care of my mother, who was bedridden. She had 6 strokes in 2010, and I did my best to look after her before she passed away in 2015, January.
Do you feel like there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you?
Yes, ma'am, I do feel now that Mr. Randall has stepped up to help take this case. I know there's others out there, and I'd like for y'all to come forward if you feel like you have a case. Especially with Gerald Goines. He plays the quiet card, but he's not so quiet. He wasn't so quiet that day. He was a monster.
That's great.
Hey, listen, that man is suing the federal government, okay? He gonna get something. I don't know what he gonna get, but listen, he may have been out of work for the last 10 years, but trust and believe his day of getting paid is coming, all right? He got sad days right now, but they're not gonna last always. Somebody gotta pay. Somebody gotta pay. Pay something,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wanted to point out that the Harris County Public Defender's Office brought forward these petitions for habeas corpus on behalf of people who they thought were unjustly convicted. And they're the ones who brought the case to the highest criminal court in the land to get in Texas to get the cases overturned. So if somebody is out there who believes that they were done wrong by Gerald Goines, or maybe even some of the other individuals in the narcotics unit, they can go to also the Harris County Public Defender's Office and see if they will look into the matter for them. Any more questions? Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Randall, actually, do you want to say anything about the ongoing criminal and civil case against Goines? Anything about the status of it? I know it got transferred to a new court.
It did?
Yeah, because of Judge Aguilar's suspension.
Oh, you're talking about the criminal case.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know really too. I haven't been following that too much.
So that's it on that one. But listen, so again, Gerald Goines, this guy right here, the black guy, and the one in the white shirt, and the one in the of course, Green, is going to trial on Monday for 2 felony charges of murder and tampering with evidence. Okay. Murdering 2 individuals in their home. They did not have what they said they had, which was heroin and a lot of guns. Okay. They only found weed and cocaine at a very small amount. And I'm not even sure if they found a gun. I guess we'll be following along. There's a lot of different footage on this, but we will be following along. I'm sure they're going to have the opening on Monday and so forth and so on. Originally, the case was thrown out, and I think it was thrown out at the state level, and it was picked up at the no. Well, it was thrown out and then it got picked back up at the state level and federal level. So not only is he facing state charges, he's also facing federal charges too. But of course, they're doing the state case first and then they will do the federal. Now, people are saying that it is so unlikely that he will be found guilty. Okay. Matter of fact, they said, now this happened 5 years ago in 2019. One of the reasons why it has been such a struggle is because it was a wide known thing here in Houston. I didn't know about it because I just moved here, but that when they was trying to do a jury selection, every juror knew about this, or every juror that they interviewed knew about the case, and that they all felt that he was guilty already. You know, they ask you that when you're going up for jury duty. You know, do you know about the case and how do you feel about it and this and that or whatever. So all the ones, and I'm sure they interviewed quite a bit, they all knew about the case and they all deemed him guilty. Okay. So they was even trying to have it outside of the county because, you know, they're like, dang, everything is weighing against him. They're like, this man stand no chance. But the defendants, which he is the defendant attorney, may try to say, okay, he's not guilty of a felony charge, but he may plead guilty of a lesser charge. Okay. Because he did already admit to tampering with evidence, you know, he already admitted that. So he tampered with the evidence to obtain the no-knock warrant in the first place. But they are trying to say that the homeowners fired first and then they ripped that house apart, leaving the wife, the husband, and the dog unalive. Now, honey, they didn't kill the man, the couple dog child. But Haley said, just like the crooked superintendent John Burgess of Chicago, they tortured many men into false confessions, my uncle being one. That's crazy. Being tortured into confessing to something that you didn't even do. You know, we see this stuff on TV and movies and stuff, and we're like, that can't happen to us. Oh, but it can. And it has to a bunch of people around us. Okay. Yeah, you know, we're going to definitely follow this case. I don't know, like I wasn't here when this happened. This was in 2019, right? And I can sit here and form my opinion all I want, but I don't want to do that. So we are going to follow the case. Of course, you know, your girl is going to give my opinion on things, but we're not going to deem him guilty until the jury and the judge deem him guilty. Okay. We're going to watch it. We're going to find out. I'm sure more stuff is going to come out. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, and guess what? It's going to come out. We're going to watch the trial live on my channel. Now, I believe that it's going to be a long trial. When I say long, I'm saying weeks, if not months. Okay. That this trial may go on, because you got to think about it. It's not just this case that's, well, it is this case being on trial, but if he's found guilty, a lot of cases will be thrown out. And that's if it could actually be some legit cases, right? It could be really people that really had drugs, really had guns. But the fact that because he will be looked at as stained, you understand what I'm saying? What's another word? Like non-credible, crooked, you know what I mean? And because of that, everything will be thrown out. So a lot of people will either get, you know, their cases be overturned, they'll be let out of jail, or they'll just get the felony removed off of their record. Okay. Yeah, corrupt. That's right, Candy. He will be considered a corrupt cop. Okay. She said, Amor, this happens in the hood every day. They've been doing this. Well, they've been doing it. And you know what? It's by time somebody fight it. A lot of people don't fight it because they don't have the money to fight it. You understand what I'm saying? Which is crazy. Which is, if you don't have money, guess what? You will plead. You will plead out to charges that you haven't even done. You know, that is sad. And you know, I'm ashamed. You know, I'm ashamed of this man right here. But I believe, listen, I'm for the cops as far as the right cops, right? If you right, I'm for you, right? But if you're doing illegal shit like this, you need to be called to the carpet and you need to be held accountable. Okay. So she said, Amor, where's your buy me a coffee link? I have to get off and watch later. Moderators, can you drop my Coca-Cola link for me? Thank you so much. The Unspoken Journey of Black Hair. Appreciate that. She said, would they have to review them again before throwing them out? You know, that is a good question, Bokomoso. Do I have any lawyers or police officers in here? Will they have to review every case before they throw it out? Or would it be that the fact that this man, well, some of the cases they're considering throwing out, who asked that question? Bokomoso. Some of the cases that they're considering throwing out is where he was the only witness. Okay. Now, there were other witnesses. I think that they will still stand. But if he was the only witness in the case, and there's a lot of them where he was the only witness, meaning that his statement is the one that sealed the deal. So I do believe, and this is just my own opinion, that if his statement was the only one that sealed the deal, I do believe those are the ones that will be looked at and thrown out. Sharonda said, yes, can be tried twice. So Sharonda's saying that they will go back to court. I don't know if that is accurate. Let me look it up right quick. I don't think so. I actually think they're going to throw it out because without his statement, you have no other witness, and they're going to withdraw his statement saying that it is non-credible. Okay. Let me look at if a case is overturned, do they have to go back to trial? All right, so hold on. It says, well, they may have to go back before the judge, right? For the judge to actually, they have to go back to court. So it won't be a trial like a jury trial. We'll have to go back to court. The judge will overthrow it. Like it'll just be that person in front of the judge. She said, Amor, you read it wrong. What she said. Hold on. Let me go back to the question. She said, I read it wrong. She says, wouldn't they have to review them again before throwing them out? Like review the case? Yes. So yes, they will have to review the case again. Right? They will have to review it. But as far as going before a jury, they may not have to do that. But just going before the judge and the judge reviewing it or something like that, I think, yes, they will have to do that. But I don't think that they will have to have a whole trial again. Okay? If a case is dismissed without prejudice, you can be charged again. But I would think, come on, let's think about it for a second. If this man is found guilty for murder and falsifying documents and planting drugs on individuals just to secure an indictment, I believe that they will look at all of these cases where he was the main witness. And I think that there is a high probability that they will be overturned. You know, she says, yep, they were beat for hours and hours. My grandma didn't even recognize him. That's crazy. Candy said, we had this happen in Baton Rouge and they couldn't review or be tried because of the double jeopardy. It was a probation parole officer. If found not guilty, he cannot retry the case. Well, I'm just thinking if they overturn the case, isn't that overturning is throwing out the guilty plea? She said, if you support her more and is not interested, please just come in and hit the like button to support her channel. Thank you. Thank you, Tamik. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know everybody's not going to be interested in this because it ain't the type of drama where, you know, people getting cussed out and shit like that. So I know a lot of people may not be interested, but this is an important case because we've seen a similar case like this where the officers actually got off. The Breonna Taylor case, no officers were held responsible directly for her death. Now, they did lock some people up for, you know, putting other people's lives in jeopardy by firing into the home. They said one of the bullets hit the next apartment and he was charged with reckless endangerment or something like that. But as far as directly, all right, someone just texted, it would not automatically nullify all their previous convictions. Most likely any case he or she was involved in is reviewed by the DA's office. In some cases, the offender, the guilties are set. Okay. So basically what the person just sent me said, hold on. Basically, let me get to it. So the DA will look at that particular case. It may not throw out all their previous convictions. The DA will look at it, review it, and in some cases, the offender, though guilty, are set free due to the taint or corrupted officer. So basically, the DA will look at it, and some people that, because this officer was the witness of that case, some people may indeed be guilty, but their cases would be thrown out too. That is what Candy Girl just sent me, and I'm sure she looked it up. She used to be a parole officer. So, you know. Oh, but what I was going to say is I know a lot of people are not going to like this. This is a trial. A trial can be lengthy. I know everybody don't like trials, but I've noticed some content creators do it on their channel and people get into it, you know, because a lot of people don't be knowing what's going on or whatever. But you will have me, I will be following it, and I will also be listening in on what other attorneys are saying, like real attorneys. I am not an attorney by no means, but I will be listening in on how attorneys are seeing this and breaking it down, and I will be bringing that information to you guys. So if you like court cases and this shit is real, this ain't no Law and Order or whatever. This is real life, playing with somebody else's life, okay? Playing with somebody's freedom. But this man unalived, or was responsible for him and his team unaliving people and then lying about having a warrant and how they obtained the warrant. They falsified all that shit, okay? He's already pled guilty to falsifying that information, okay? But I don't think that he thought that he was going to be charged of their death, because I'm sure Gerald Goines is not the one that actually unalived the two, because it was other officers with him, but he was the head. Remember I told y'all? Sometimes the head of that department holds the responsibility. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But he did falsify a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, as a leader, let me tell you, you got so much responsibility. That's why I don't always, you know, look, listen to me telling y'all this. Don't always want to be the boss. Don't always want to have to go to the top. Because you go to the top, then all of that is your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But he's the one that falsified the documents. He's the one that ordered the raid. He was the one that said, you know, initiated, let's go do this, whatever the case may be. Okay. So again, we've seen these no-knock raids, no-knock warrant cases go left. Okay. She said there's a group by the name of the Texas Rangers, I believe I've seen step in on big cases like this. So they said it is going to be widely televised. So a lot of people probably will be going over this if you are interested. But I think a lot of people in Houston will be because a lot of people, family members, is looking forward to them coming home, honey. They like, this man did enough. Done did enough. You know? But again, he's not the only cop that is gonna go down for this. It's just this one is his trial. But I'm pretty sure this man probably thought that he was off the hook, you know, because the charges were dropped at one time and they were picked back up. So, with these cops, I believe that a lot of them feel that they can get away with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Because they have, you know, for him to have done this for a while and have gotten away with it, you know, that's a lot. Let me see, when was this one? Let's listen in on this one right here. Let me show y'all this one. Hold on one second. Let's listen in on this one. This is just another little small clip of because it looked like there's a woman that's in. Hold on. It looked like this one right here. It's a short video, but it looked like it may be a woman also in charge. Hold on one second. It's crazy. This was 4 years ago, okay? This clip right here is from 4 years ago, okay? Oh, shoot. Hold on, let's go back. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. The somebody said it too in the comments that the person that dialed 911 should be held accountable. Who was that? Raise your hand if that was you that said they need to get the 911 caller as well. Now, it ain't too many times I've seen them go after the 911 caller. That's why you got to be careful when you want to call the popo ho and give out false information. Who was it? Raise your hand if you're the one that said that the 911 caller should be charged as well. Can y'all hear that? I don't think y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that interview? I don't know if y'all can hear that because I had it on Chrome. Did y'all hear that? Thumbs up if you can hear that. The news. She says no. Y'all didn't hear it? Oh, wow. No. Oh, shoot. Okay. For some reason, when I put it on Chrome, it doesn't do it. But when I do it on this one, it does. Okay, hold on. Let me put it on Safari. All right, hold on. Let me put it on Safari. Because they were saying that they charging the 911 operator as well, baby. Now, that's crazy that the 911 operator is being charged. Hold on. I mean, not the 911 operator, the person that dialed 911, okay? The person that dialed 911 is also being charged. Okay, here we go. Take a listen now, you guys. Take a listen now.
And that breaking news is coming out of that controversial commercial raid at an address Houstonians know very well, 7815 Harding Street. 2 homeowners killed in that HPD drug operation.
Now, the big development we're following tonight, 3 people facing federal charges, 2 police officers and a civilian who dialed 911.
All 3 were taken into custody by the FBI with support from HPD, and all 3 have now made their first appearances in federal court.
A lengthy indictment lays out the case about how what happened can be tied to them. We have live team coverage for you tonight, beginning with Brandon Walker, who was inside that federal courtroom today. Brandon?
And Bill, good evening to you. Today in federal court, a scathing indictment of 2 former Houston police officers and a civilian who is accused of making multiple phone calls to 911. Those phone calls, it's alleged, based on false information, and that information now the impetus behind what's now known as one botched drug raid.
Okay, so listen, y'all. Listen. Take note. The nosy ass lying neighbor, right? That dialed 911, they said she dialed it multiple times and gave false information. She is being charged as well. So sometimes these people that want to call cops, right, on their neighbor or other people and accuse them of doing this, that, and the third, they can go to jail too. Now, somebody had said it earlier. They said that a neighbor needs to go to jail too. But I didn't ever know that you could actually go to jail for that. But I guess you can, baby. It's a federal charge. Okay? Listen to that again. The 911 person, the dial 911, is also being charged. Okay?
Tonight, 3 people facing federal charges, 2 police officers and a civilian who dialed 911.
All 3 were taken into custody by the FBI with support from HPD, and all 3 have now made their first appearances in federal court.
A lengthy indictment lays out the case about how what happened can be tied to them. We have live team coverage for you tonight, beginning with Brandon Walker, who was inside that federal courtroom today. Brandon?
And Bill, good evening to you. Today in federal court, a scathing indictment of 2 former Houston police officers and a civilian who is accused of making multiple phone calls to 911. Those phone calls, it's alleged, based on false information, and that information now the impetus behind what's now known as one botched drug raid based on a lengthy list of lies.
In all, 9 counts of federal offenses, piecing together a case against the 3 accused of lying about what went down behind the front door of 7815 Harding Street in January.
It is a compelling tale of at least 1, perhaps 2 rogue police officers who were unable or unwilling to do those very functions that we count upon the thin blue line to perform every day.
7 counts against Gerald Goines. It's alleged Goines, the case agent, lied about everything from the confidential informant who allegedly purchased black tar heroin from the home of Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nicholas to filing a false police report and violating the Tuttle's constitutional rights by...
So the neighbor called the police saying that she said, I don't agree with the 911 being charged because they could have saw something or thought they saw something. They could have never imagined this would happen. No. The 911 is not being charged, but the person that dialed 911 told the police that they bought heroin from that house, that they go over that house and do drugs at that house. They lied.
Entering their home on fake intel. Goines' attorney.
We are looking forward to vigorously defending Mr. Goines both in state court and in federal court.
Goines also faces 2 counts of felony murder in state criminal court. 1 count for Stephen Bryant was released on a $50,000 unsecured bond. He has entered a not guilty plea. Bryant is accused of lying about previously investigating the Tuttle home, claiming he had seen the heroin Goines reported was purchased from the home the day before the raid. And 1 count for Patricia Ann Garcia, the new name here, accused of calling 911 multiple times, claiming her daughter was in the house, which contained drugs and guns. Her case key because it provides context as to how we got here in the first place.
She is the reason why this notion, junkies and heroin addicts in that Harding Street residence, is basically a fairy tale.
Garcia, the only one of the three not charged in state court. That could change as there is an open investigation there, but right now she only faces a charge here in federal court. She will remain in custody at least through tomorrow when a detention hearing is scheduled. Goines will be held through at least Friday when one is scheduled for him. We are reporting live downtown. I'm Brandon Walker, KPRC Channel 2 News.
So the female is only right now being charged at the federal level. But let me ask y'all, do y'all think that she should also be held responsible for the murders? What do y'all think? She says, Amor, didn't you do something like this about cops from either Alabama or Mississippi? The person that called 911 needed to be charged. I think those cops was white. I'm not sure. I can't remember on that one. She said, bet they had a toxic relationship. I wonder why in the world she would do that. I would think that she would have to be some, I'm assuming like a friend of those people. Like, cause I don't know. Cause why would she? Unless you just don't like your neighbors, right? Either you don't like your neighbors or you are damn dirty individual. It's either that, one or the other. You don't like your neighbors or you just real dirty. She said, a more quick question. Do you remember that video? Oh, that's about something else. I thought this was about this case. Oh, y'all sending me stuff about other cases. Okay. Anyway, she said, I don't think she should be charged with the murders, but be charged with accessory. Okay, you do think she should be charged with accessories? Do you think that Gerald Goines should be charged with the murders since he orchestrated the entire raid and lied about it? She's a Karen and had called multiple times. Janet says she's a whole Karen. I would not want no neighbor that wants to see bad for me. You hear me? Had you, had you in a world of trouble, baby. You hear me? I would not, absolutely not want to have a bad neighbor. Lauren said all of them played a part. Yes. So Lauren said that she do believe that the person that dialed 911 should be charged as well. Now she's charged on the federal level, but we have not seen that she's going to be charged on the state level as of yet. She lied and said her daughter brought drugs from that house. Yes, she did. Yep, she said she bought drugs and did drugs at the house. So that's like one of y'all coming over to my house and said, listen, me and Amora, we popped back a few pills or shot up our arms, whatever. You know what I mean? She lied. No. She said, did she really have a daughter on drugs? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she really had a daughter on drugs. I mean, we need to look into that a little bit more. She got 40 months right in the federal pen. Let me look. Because this was 4 years ago. Let's see what she got. She probably played out. Let's see what Garcia got right quick. Hold on one second. Oh, shoot. Sorry, y'all. I went back to my video. Let me see how long did she get. Wait a minute. Did you say 40 years? Or 40 months? Okay, 40 months. How long is 40 months? That's a little less than 4 years. Let's see what she got. Hold on. Garcia. What did she get? She probably already did hers. And it's still a federal conviction, no matter what her name was. Patricia Ann Garcia. Let's see, Patricia. Garcia in Houston. What did you get, baby girl? Baby girl, what's your name? Hold on one second. Yep, she was sentenced to 40 months in federal prison in 2001. So 2001, 2, 3, 4. So 40 months. So she should be almost out. It says, according to the court documents, Goines made a false entry in a record document and tangible objects with intent to impede, obstruct, and influence the investigation and proper administration of the matter within federal jurisdiction. Hold on one second. She lied in an affidavit used to obtain a no-knock. No, Goines lied in an affidavit used to obtain a no-knock warrant that was executed at the home and led to a deadly shooting. How did she get herself involved, though? Let's just read it right quick. How in the world did she get herself involved? Let's see. And she's not even a, she's a Hispanic lady. She's a Hispanic lady. Woman sentenced for making a bogus 911 call before deadly Harding Street raid. Patricia Ann Garcia lied and said her daughter got heroin from Denise and Rogina. Okay, and they had machine guns and other weapons in their home. Why you do that, lady? Why you gonna go do something like that and mess somebody's life up? Oh my God. Okay, she said she was involved in 2019. She was sentenced to 40 months in prison. Now, if you're doing 40 months in state prison, that means you got to do the whole time, okay? You are not. Anyway, they said she claimed her daughter got the heroin from the neighbors and they had machine guns and other weapons in their home. No drugs were found in the home after a couple was killed. They did find little drugs, weed and cocaine. Garcia has a long criminal history. Okay, so she was already old. She was already a thug. Okay, she had a long criminal history dated back to 1984. Once arrested for cocaine possession was done by Gerald Goines and the same narcotic squad involved. So guess what here? She had already been, wait a minute. So she had already been involved with this guy. One of her charges was through Gerald Goines. It was Garcia call and a tip from a fake confidential informant that Goines used to get the no-knock warrant raised. 4 officers, including Goines, were injured in the shootout. So did she already, like, you know what I'm thinking? Federal prosecutors said Bryant found the search warrant inside the victim's home and realized Goines had lied about the drug buy. Bryant then wrote up a false report claiming that he was with Goines when Goines bought herring from a couple of the... Oh my God. You got to be shitting me, y'all. It gets worse. She was an informant. So she started working for him. Y'all know like how y'all be seeing on CSI Miami and Law and Order, where they go have somebody in the neighborhood, they go shake them up a little bit and be like, tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. Tell me everything you know. She was the snitch, okay? The snitch bitch. All right, she got her ass. That snitch bitch earned 4 months in jail. But look at this officer. This officer saw the fake warrant and put himself in the situation. I'm going to play this in a minute, but this man put himself in a situation and said he was there at the time, right? It said that he was there when Goines bought herring from the couple the night before. Lord Jesus, he done lied for another cop. That's what cops do. They be lying for other cops, getting themselves in trouble. Let's listen to it right quick. This man done lied. Let's listen to it.
A former Houston police officer pleaded guilty in federal court today for his role in a botched drug raid. That raid killed a Houston couple back in 2019. David Gonzalez has the latest on today's developments.
Stephen Bryant faces up to 20 years behind bars for his role in a deadly raid at a...
Did they say 20 years? Did they say 20 years? He gonna get 20 years for lying and saying that he was there when Goines bought the drugs? 20 years? Wait a minute. Let me rewind this. I know these people didn't just say 20 years. Did they say 20 months? Because 20 years for lying? Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Today for his role in a botched drug raid. That raid killed a Houston couple back in 2019. David Gonzalez has the latest on today's developments.
Stephen Bryant faces up to 20 years behind bars for his role in a deadly raid at a home on Harding Street. Right now, he's out on bond until he's sentenced in August. On January 28, 2019, Regina Nicholas, her husband Dennis Tuttle, and their dog were shot and killed during a shootout with police. Bryant becomes the first officer indicted in this case to make a plea deal.
The family now has some hope that their efforts, and it's been a long fight, but they're not going to stop, will hopefully start bearing some fruit, and they're start getting some answers along with the rest of Houston.
Mike Doyle represents the Nicholas family. He says Bryant now has no reason not to cooperate and answer questions about what happened before, during, and after the raid.
And there's a reason why the physical evidence has been concealed or refused to be looked at. And getting the answers finally is starting to happen, and ought to happen quicker now with this person able to answer questions.
The original investigation determined former officer Gerald Goines lied to a judge to obtain a no-knock search warrant to raid the house, and other officers were involved in a scheme to steal overtime from the city. Bryant pled guilty to completing a report in which he falsely claimed to have assisted Goines in buying drugs at the home the day before the botched drug raid.
So for falsifying a report, he can face up to 20 years for falsifying that report. Damn.
Doyle says the Nicholas family just wants answers.
There are hours of body cam videos, and what we now understand, maybe video of what was happening, the city has still refused to give up and conceal even now.
Bryant's attorney says his client very much regrets what happened. He said by making a plea deal, Bryant has taken responsibility for his conduct. We reached out to the Houston Police Department, but they would not comment because Bryant is a former employee and there are still criminal cases pending. In Houston, David Gonzalez, KHOU 11 News.
So I wonder, let's see if he plead out, because it says he could face up to 20 years in federal prison when he's sentenced in August. So let's just see what did he plead, because this was also, I want to say, a while ago. Let's just see, what did he plead? Or did they get him yet? His name is Bryant. What's Bryant's last name? Federal prosecutor Bryant said, let me see Bryant's last name. I'm trying to get Bryant's last name. He pled guilty. Do anybody see it so far? It says the Harris County District Attorney Office has dropped more than 150 cases linking to Goines and or Bryant, and they're investigating more than 14,000. Jesus! Oh Lord! I want to know how much did he get, or have he not went yet? Bryant. What is Bryant's last name? Stephen Bryant pleads guilty. Okay, Stephen Bryant. Let's go. For falsified documents. Okay, this is in 2020. A grand jury has indicted Goines for felony murder and tampering. Let's see. He pled guilty. Let me see if this is going to say the same thing. Let's see how many years did he get. It's crazy.
Just announced, Miracle CDJR is now the all-new
Sorry, y'all.
Dodge Jeep Ram, and with new.
Also breaking now, a grand jury has indicted 2 former Houston police officers for charges connected to that botched Harding Street raid that killed 2 people. The Harris County DA's office confirming former officer Gerald Goines was indicted for felony murder and tampering with a government. Officer Stephen Bryant was indicted for tampering with government. See everything on Harding Street right now on KHOU.
They're not charging Bryant with the murder. They're only charging him with falsifying documents, just for falsifying documents. So I'm just going to see, did he get, it said he pleaded guilty. Has anybody found out what they gave him? Oh, shoot. I'll find out what they gave him. I don't even know if he's actually, I'm sure he's already been, you know, if he pled guilty back in 2020, it's 2024. I'm sure that he's already been sentenced, right? Let's see what he's been sentenced to, Bryant. A second. Stephen Bryant. What are you guilty? How many years did you get, brother? Lord, hopefully he didn't get Stephen Bryant. All right, so it said he pled guilty. Okay, but what's his sentence? Hold on. All right, so he received. Okay, it was pushed back. The sentencing was pushed back. Hold on one second. Why did they push it back? So they pushed it back. He pled guilty, but I don't even think they sentenced the brother yet. He's 47 years old, and Goines is 59. He was 54 at the time of the incident. He too damn old to be trying to get somebody's life taken from them, snatched from them. But I want to know how much prison time is he going to get. Do y'all think that they're going to get him to testify against Goines, and that's why they haven't sentenced him yet? Stephen Bryant sentence. He probably was like, I'm taking up for my buddy and got myself in a heat of problems, baby. So it doesn't look like his sentence has taken place. It looked like he pled guilty, and I believe that they are holding out on sentencing this man, I'm assuming, for the outcome of the outcome of the Goines case. Now, if I pled guilty, I would want to go ahead and sentence my ass. I'm not trying to go no 2 or 3 more years to find out how long you're going to have me. So it looks like somebody said he better testify for a lesser sentence. I'm assuming that he is going to do just that, okay? Because he has not been sentenced. It was pushed back. It was supposed to be, well, he pled in 2021. No, excuse me, 2020. His supposed been sentenced in 2022. He ain't been sentenced yet. It don't look like it. Nope. The only thing I see that he pled guilty for federal charges to falsifying documents and interfering with government. Let me see. Interfering with government documents. So that is what. Damn. He's crazy. I'm not lying for my friend. Not on no document. Baby. I'll be like, my name Bennett and I ain't in it. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Listen, listen, let me tell you something. When you start lying to the federal government, you asking for it. You asking for jail time. Sharonda said you gonna walk away with prison time, house arrest, or probation, but you would not just walk away free. They already built the cases. Oh, okay. Listen, I'm not about to lie for you, brother. We might be, what do they call cops that are? I know in the military sense they call them comrades or battle buddies, or what do they call them cops? Just brothers? What do y'all? I know I got some cops out there. What do you call your fellow officer? Right? What do you call them? I'm not about to lie for my fellow officer. Right? Get myself caught up into some bullshit. This man is facing 20 damn years for a lie on another man. He 47 years old. This man 59. Partners. Okay, partners. I'm not about, Glenn says stupid. Partners. I'm not about to lie for my partner. Right? What's your partner? Come on now. You lying for your partner. You got to be dumb. On a document? This man said, I witnessed him getting drugs the day before. So they done told, why this family though? Why this family? They done wrote in paperwork that they done went to this house the night before and bought drugs from these people. They done made this family a whole drug dealer, all because of, I don't even know if it's because they just wanted a bus. Did they really just wake up today and say, I need a bus, I need a bus, I need a conviction under my belt, I need a bus. Do you have one? Do you have one? I mean, are you kidding me? Oh yeah, hit my neighbor up, hit my neighbor's house up. Like, are you kidding me? He testified in court on a document, not in court, but he testified on a document that he witnessed his partner purchase drugs from this house one night before the raid. They target this house. But why? Because they just wanted a bus under their belt? Do they get some type of recognition? Do they get a pay raise? Like, what do you get for every bus, every conviction that you make? It got to be something. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But that lets me know that I'm not safe. You're not safe. No one is safe. They can literally just point your house out, make up lies, and your life is turned upside down. You know? Code of silence is a thing. Look it up. I understand code of silence is a thing. Now, I might say I don't know, or I didn't see it if I saw it, right? But what I'm not going to do is lie and say I was there when I wasn't there. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to say I saw him buying drugs from this family, right? Now this family is unalived, and you want their legacy to be that they was drug dealers? Mm-mm. Hazel said, absolutely nobody's safe in America. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I agree, honey. Nobody is safe. You could be minding your own business and get a knock on the door. Where them drugs at? They can push you to the side, go in your house, and they can plant drugs before you can blink your eye. But if that happened to me, see, we got cameras inside of the home as well. But if that happened to me, I would be like, test my blood. Test me. You won't find no drugs on me unless they shove them, unless the cops shove them down my throat on the way to lock me up. Sharonda said it was something personal in that family. Somebody knew there were crooked cops. It's the convictions they want under their belt. But why is what I'm asking for. Do they get an award? Do they get more money? Like, what in the world make these cops want to go after these families for convictions? Are they recognized, right, for their bus? Every bus, are they recognized? Code of silence was a thing for me. Wasn't a thing for me. I would never lie for a partner. I would be the best witness ever. Girl, me too, honey. Don't be my partner acting a damn fool, because I'm not about to take no 20-year charge for your dumb ass because you want a conviction so bad under your belt. That's not what we doing, okay? Oh, she said, yes, they want the conviction, especially if it's a big one. Why though? For recognition? Promotion? Oh, so is that how they get promoted? So Glenn, I know you used to be a cop. Is that how they get promoted, because of so many convictions or something under their belt, putting so many people away? They get promotions for that? Damn. So do the cops get promotion for how many tickets they write, the traffic cops? Like, come on. Seriously? That would give somebody an incentive to lie. She said, no, it's the complete opposite or more. It could possibly be that he was holding something else over his head. So you mean to tell me you're thinking that Goines could have been holding something over the other cop's head, and he's like, you better speak for me or I'm going to get you in trouble? I don't know. I don't think that's worth 20 years. She said, or maybe the 911 caller had it in for her neighbor and called in for a favor from Goines. My brain works on overdrive. Listen, we're going to find out. We're going to be breaking this case down more and more. Now that it's been about to play on Monday, the trial, more and more stations will be talking about it, and I will be listening in, okay? She said, I have cameras inside my house too, and that no one know about but me. Okay, you gotta have them cameras on it because they'll try to snatch them bitches down. But we got cameras too. We got cameras too. She said, I'm telling you, it was something personal with the family. With the family and the 911 caller, or the family and the cops? You think it was the family and the 911 caller, or something personal with the family and the police officers? I was wondering how they person feel now, the one that made the call. I wonder how they feel. That's what I would love to know. They still in jail, though. Let me see. Did she say anything in her court hearing? Let me go back to this damn woman. Hold on 1 second. Patricia Ann. Patricia. I wonder, did she say anything in court? She should have felt bad, but they said she was in and out of court a lot. Let me see. Did she speak? She had a video conference hearing. It says during the video conference sentencing, Garcia expressed sorrow for her actions, claiming she was not in her right mind when she made that false 911 call and never expected police to storm the couple's house. She says, I'm sorry for my 911 call and the false calls I made. But it said the judge appeared unsympathetic, saying he believes she used 911 as a weapon. Okay, the judge said Garcia did indeed want something bad to happen to the victims. Okay, she says there is no question in my mind. No, the judge said there's no question in my mind, Miss Garcia, in that you wanted something bad to happen to Turtles and Nicholas. You didn't really care what happened, and respectfully, the court don't condone that. The 40-month sentence was handed down, was an upward department from the sentencing guides. So they had only recommended 10 to 16 months in prison, but the judge gave her 40 months. So she got more time than was actually recommended, okay? It says, in addition to the period of home confinement. So after the 40 months, hold on. So she got home confinement plus 40 months. So she got the 40 months in federal prison. And then let me see how much home confinement she got. So they had only requested 10 to 16 months in prison, and she got 40 months. But I don't know how much home confinement she got, but she claims she's sorry. The judge said, hell no, I don't want to hear that shit. You knew what you was doing, and you wanted something bad to happen to that family. That's why you did what you did, and I don't have sympathy for you. So yeah, I guess she was trying to say, I didn't have no intentions on anything bad happening to them. I would love to hear her say it, but the judge didn't buy it. The judge did not buy it. She went through a video conference sentencing. So she is doing her 40 months in federal prison. Okay. Now, do y'all think she was remorseful? She said, I was telling you she only did 18 months of the 3.5 years and the rest was house arrest. Oh, okay. So she did 18 months and the rest was house arrest. Oh, that's not what this say. Well, but that's just this thing. So 18 months and then house arrest. Damn, she got let off easy. What you think? 18 months? That's a year and a damn half. So she spent a year and a half and then the rest of the time at home. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. I think that her ass should have had to do the whole damn 3.5 years. I think if she got out after 18 months of making a false 911 call, she got away easy. She got away easy. And, you know, who's to say she won't try no mess like that again? Mm-mm. I ain't feeling that. She said, yes, because you're not going to do all of your time. For Fed, though, I thought Fed you did do day for day. She says, out of the 10, my husband did 5 and 5 on paper. Oh, why did your husband get locked up again? She said, jurors get TV versus real life confused. It's just funny how all of them co-hops with each other. What does that mean? Co-hops. Co-hop? Co-hoops? What's that word, Rose? I don't know what you're saying, baby. She just as guilty as the shooter. That's what I'm thinking, Ligel. The hell? And then they said she called multiple times. She didn't just call one time. She called multiple times. She called multiple times. I think she had something against the family, in my opinion. I would love to go back and listen to, I wonder, do they have it on recording? Hold on one second. I would love to go back and listen to what the, oh, that's another one. Let me see what this says. If I find it, hold on. If I find it, I'll come out here and show you guys. She said they had an informant that came to buy dope from somebody, but they wasn't there. So my husband said, come back at 2, and that got him 10 years. Oh, shit. Are you for real? Damn, all because your husband was like, they ain't here, come back at 2. So they basically trying to say your husband assisted or he knew about it, and he told them, okay, they're not here, come back at 2. Damn, that's crazy. They gave your husband 10 years for saying come back at 2. For accessory, oh my God. Girl, cops are, ooh, child, these dirty motherfuckers. Some of them just as dirty as they want to be, right? Anyway, y'all please hit that thumbs up button. This is the case. Are y'all interested? I need to do a poll right quick. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll to see. I got 167 people listening right now. Only like a few of you guys are actually doing the commenting like y'all always do. I'm going to take a poll right quick. I'm curious, you guys. I'm very curious as to, I'm going to do a real poll. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. It's coming up. I'm doing a poll. Okay. I just did a poll. If I spelt words, just, you know. All right, let me do a poll. If you're interested in listening to it, yes. If not, hit no. Be honest, you guys. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. I got 167 people in here. I should have 167 votes. Okay. I do see some people saying no. Okay. All right. Keep doing the poll. Only 46 people have voted. 15% of the people are saying no. 18% of the people are saying no. Keep doing it. I got 56 votes. Vote, you guys, vote. I should have at least over 100 votes in here. Now, we might have some bush watchers just coming in to count how many super chats I get or don't get so they can run back over there and be like, you know, this is what's going on over there. I'll talk about it with Amara. They got their dedicated bush watchers. Okay, I got 64 votes. Vote, you guys. Vote, you guys. If you're interested in the trial, hit yes. If you're not interested in it, hit no. Okay? You guys are still voting. Continue to vote, please, and thank you. I'm at 73 votes. Now vote on the poll, not in the comments. Vote on this poll that I just put out here. I put a whole poll out here. Vote on that for me. I got 75 people voting. There's 172 in here, so I need at least over 100 votes. I got 84% saying yes, 16% saying no right now. But this is only with 83 votes. I'm going to give people a little bit more chance, more time to vote. It's still, the yeses outweigh the no's by a lot. So 16% of the people that's in here that's listening in the bushes. Raise your hand if you're bold enough. I mean, ain't nobody gonna pick at you, but raise your hand if you are not interested in this case. Raise your hand. Don't be shy. You voted on the poll. Don't be shy. Just hit no in the comments if you are not interested. Because I know everybody not. Some people want to hear some people, cousins of people out and talking about, you know, all them other people. But we trying to move on, child. We trying to get on and go on to something different. This is going to occupy time for quite a bit. So while they over there still worrying about what's up under somebody else's clothes, we going to be moved on, child. This will occupy us for some weeks, I'm sure. Maybe even months. She said, I voted on the poll, yes, but I think you should still talk about other things or it could become boring. The case is going to last a long time. Yes, the case is going to last a long time. And I'm going to do that, LaTanya. I will be talking about other things, but not every day, okay? So sometime we may only talk about the case. Some days we may. I'm still going to do my Friday and Saturday. Well, really Friday. Friday, I'm going to do my Laugh Out Loud and my Ask Amora. She said, I'm interested, but I ain't going to lie. I don't know for how long. I hate jury duty. You do? I voted no only because it's not that interesting to me. You've talked about other cases that I've liked. Okay, Jess, thank you for your honesty, baby. Who else voted no? Who else voted no? We live in a time where we need to be more educated with the law and things of the sort, educational purposes. Yes, that's true. She said, this is a very important case. A lot of innocent people. Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is a historic case. Like, I may not even be telling you all the importance of this case, but it is very, very important. That's why it's going to be televised widely. It's going to be widely televised. Every state, just like the Young Thug and the Willis, what was the name? Something Willis case was publicized. This one will also be publicized because it's important, you know. So, okay, I got more people said no. I got 18% said no. I got 102 votes. 82 said yes. She said, I said yes, but no judgment from me. Some people experience these types of issues from one side or the other. Okay. Are you still talking Saturday night, Sunday? Are you still taking Saturday nights, Sundays off? Sundays probably most likely, because you know I gotta put a day in for the hubby. You know, he be looking at me funny sometimes, child. So a Sunday for sure. Saturdays is gonna be I might take off this Saturday and I might not take off the next Saturday type thing, you know. But of course, if something really pop off, like pop off, of course I'll come on. Now, when I get off this live, I'm gonna take a little small break, which I'm about to get off this live in a few, and then I'm gonna come back and break down that lie the truth told about the that Rehab exposed him about the car. Okay, I might do a members only because I don't want them nosy mother freakers in my live. Okay. That's what I may start doing too. Just on the old shit, the little truth stuff. I'm gonna do members only because I'm moving on from that, but for my members that want to hear about that shit, I will talk about that for my members only. That way we can keep. She said Melissa might show up. Come on, Melissa's girl. Come on in here, girl, child. Come on, honey. Hope she can fit my clothes so she don't need to bring no bags or nothing. She said that's a good idea. More, yeah, because let me tell you where I got it from, Mrs. Hurt. So Michelle A.T. Alien, she used to have a run-in with Tasha K. She only talks about the Tasha K drama that she had with her members only, because why I was a member. I need to renew my membership. But she talks about the people that she had run-ins with back long time ago just to her members, because, some of the members still want to talk about it. So I'm going to do a members only about the Latrue drama. Let them mofos across, wherever around down in the swamp. Let them, let them talk to themselves. Okay. She said, how do you become a member? Let me get you that link if you don't mind. I'll get you that link. I need more members. And thank you for the members that have upgraded to investors. I see you guys are upgrading to investors, and I appreciate it. And I will give my investors more information, more exclusive stuff. Now that we're moving on to bigger and better, this is the members link I'm dropping in the chat right now. Now that we're moving on to bigger and better, I will have more exclusive stuff. I can't sit here and say I have exclusive right now, you guys, but when I do, my investors will be the first ones to get the information, okay? And sometimes they might be the only ones, but my investors are the $29.99. I think it's $29.99 or something like that a month. Those are the investors, okay? I have right now, I think 4 investors. So thank you very much for the 4 investors that upgraded to investor. I appreciate y'all so very much. I do. Let me look back at this poll one last time. I know I have over 100. So let me look at it right quick. But I will talk about other stuff too, you guys. Y'all know me. I may even do 2 or 3 lives a day. Y'all know I love to talk. I do not mind it at all. Hold on one second. But I will be going live. All right, so I got 84-16, 122 votes, 84-16. She said, read my comment. Now, y'all know how I don't really like that read my comment shit. Just copy it again, please. She said, remember some from the other side was in the bushes last night, had to fall out when they were gifted a membership. Why they had to fall out? She said, how do I upgrade? Okay, so if you want to upgrade to investor, you go to the front of the page where it says membership. Thank you so very much for becoming a member. Are you upgraded to level 3? Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that very much. Let me highlight yours. Level 3. That's what I'm talking about. You go back to the membership button or the membership tab and just hit upgrade. Now, sometime for the ones that upgraded, I think some people told me they may have had to cancel and then go right back. Is that what y'all did? The ones that upgraded to investor, did y'all have to cancel and start over, or did you literally just upgrade it? Let me know. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thank you, Janice Howard, for the level 3. Yes. I appreciate that very much. Yes, 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 yes. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I will. I'm sure I will have 10,000 before my birthday, which I'm excited about, you guys. I literally only need like 200 and something more, you know. She says, I love this, really getting the understanding when you speak on the story. Thank you so very much. She said, I'm going to upgrade now. Thank you, Tinkers. I appreciate you. And thank you for your 12-month membership, honey. If anybody want to upgrade to investor, please do so. I appreciate you. Yes, so I will be breaking that down in a minute. Thank you so very much, Miss Lady. Level 2, members for 7 months. Appreciate you, baby. She said, Amor, you had 12,000 views the other day, girl. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I've had more views before, you know, when I've done Cora and Justin, which I'm not off them, honey. I see Justin over there acting a damn fool. I'm going to get back on Justin ass. Don't think I'm not, you know. But that type of stuff I may talk about with just members only, or, you know, it depends on how I feel. But for right now, I do want to, but I'm still going to give my members, you guys are my members. Y'all been holding it down before I was even making money on my ads, because, you know, my mouth be ruthless. So before I was even making money on my ads, the membership is what held me down, get me making money. She said, watching you grow really warms my heart. I love this for you. Thank you so very much. How you say your name? Jediah? Thank you so much. Thank you, Lauren, for that upgrade of membership. I appreciate it so very much. But I could see myself growing. Somebody told me, they said, Amor, go back to your old videos. I went back to some of my old videos, and you're right. I'm like, oh my God, you know. She said investors $39.99 a month. Is it $39? I thought it was $29. Let me look, child, what I did. Is it $39? I thought it was $29. Is it? Somebody look for me right quick. Rose just gifted someone a membership. Juanita, is that you that got the membership? Welcome to the family, Juanita, level 3. Thank you very much. She says, can we talk about the incident in Georgia since nobody else is blogging about it? You mean the shooting at the school, Grand Diva? I mean, Granny Kids. I'm sorry. I thought you was Grand Diva. You talking about the school shooting? The investor is $29.99. $29.99 a month. Thank you, Glenn, for upgrading to an investor. Thank you, Tinker, for upgrading to an investor. Thank you very much. Thank you, Barbara King, for upgrading to level 3. I got Vita V. You know I love saying your name. I don't know why. I don't know why I love saying your name, but I do. Juanita, thank you for upgrading to level 3. Vita V, thank you for upgrading to level 2. She said, I'm going to see how to upgrade mine too. Thank you, me, for being a member for level 3. She said, I will be upgrading. Thank you so very much. She said, the father of the shooting got charged. Good. Oh, yes. Thank you for telling me that. I will go and look at that now. I looked at it yesterday, but I love that. And let me tell you why. This is the second time in history of America that a parent has been charged with a school shooting of their child. Why? Because they ignored the signs. Baby, thank you for telling me that. Thank you. I will be, listen, I'm going to go and look at that, and I'm going to give you guys the update because they need to. You can't keep ignoring your kids' mental illness. Do you understand me? You can't keep ignoring your kids' mental illness. Go get them jokers help. You know? Good. Good. And he bought the gun. Ain't no way you should have your 14-year-old with no damn gun. Good. I'm glad. This is the second time in history. Second time in history, the parent will be charged, and the other parent, the first parent, got 15 years. Why? Because they ignored the signs of their mental son. Their son started telling them he seen ghosts in the house, that the ghost was throwing plates at him. You can't just be ignoring that type of shit. Oh, it's in your head. Go sit down. Oh, here's a weapon for Christmas. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. No, absolutely not. Good. I'm glad that I'm going to say America because it's not just the state, but I'm glad that they are taking these shootings, these kids' school shootings more serious, and they're holding these parents to higher standards. Because listen, y'all know when we was kids, a lot of us, we didn't get to sneak stuff like that in the house. Our parents knew what we was doing all the time. You understand what I'm saying? The only weapons our kids was buying us was water guns, baby. That's what they get. They need to. Because now parents will start parenting. You don't check your kids' book bag when they come home. Let me tell you, my mama used to. My mama would check and let me have somebody else's clothes that I'm not supposed to have. Who jacket is this? No, you go get that back to them right now. Don't bring nobody else's clothes in the house. Am I my parent the only one that used to do that? She wouldn't even let me bring somebody else's clothes in the house. No, we weren't wearing our friends' clothes. Our parents checked book bags, baby. We weren't sneaking nothing to school, and we weren't sneaking nothing home. And listen, your parents know the type of parents that be parenting. They know what clothes items you have in the house. They know what they bought you and what they didn't buy you. I'm actually glad to know. In all honesty, that state of Georgia is horrible when it comes to mental health. The resources for counseling and therapy is scarce. Yeah, but if you're a parent and you're not doing anything, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Janice, for upping to level 3. But if you're not doing anything as a parent to try to help your child, I'm sure they got free services and stuff out there like that, you know? Right? So she said, told her, don't you ever, okay? She says, I know I had my daughter take back a girl's sweater from down the street. I'm telling you, that's what type of parent I had. Take it back. Listen, where you get this from? Return it. That's right. Take it back. Don't be bringing nobody else's stuff in here. They ain't going to be trying to accuse you of cheating or anything. Return it right now. Take it back. Walk over there. She said, who buys a 14-year-old an AR-15? Horrible, what do you call it? Negligent parents. Thank you, Dee Dee, for upgrading. Thank you, Elaine B, for upgrading to level 2. Thank you, Janice, for upgrading to level 3. And thank you, Dee Dee, for upgrading to level 3. A negligent parent. She said, Gary, is Gary, did you spell it wrong? 54 has been charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. Look at him, 54 years old. He about to go up the street because what? He didn't parent his son. Now, did the mama get charged too, or just the son? Ooh, Lord Jesus. Can you imagine just letting your child just do whatever? Not checking up on them, providing them weapons and this, that, and the other, and something happens. What can you say? What can you say? She said, whoever needs an AR-15, nobody. Military person that's going to war, police officers that's going to a raid or something like that, but nobody else. I mean, some people say use them to hunting or something like that, but you know. She said, you are so correct. My nephew caught himself sneaking out one night and pulled the pillow up to the cover. I bet he won't do it again. Because you caught him, huh? See, we got the type of windows that you can't even open it without the alarm going off. The alarm cannot be set with the windows open at all, right? We got alarm. It's a sensor on the window that if that window is open, it's just like having a door open and it'll sit there and talk to you. You know, master bedroom window open, master bedroom window open, master bed. You'll be so sick of hearing it. Son of Man said we need stricter gun laws. We do need stricter gun laws. But if you got a daddy at 54 years old buying a 14-year-old a weapon, that's just as bad. That is absolute neglect. That is neglect, man. And listen, neglect, cruelty to children, especially when he knew his child had mental issues already. The son is being charged as an adult too, right? It said his charges stem from knowingly allowing his son to have a weapon. Gray had already told investigators that he bought the weapon used in the killing as a holiday present for Colt. He's in charge as an adult as well. Yes, check on these kids' mental along with the damn parents too. Check on these kids' mental health. Everything isn't just behavior issues. Evaluate to determine the cause of their behavior. That's right. She says, I would never want to be on a grand jury against that. A scary position to be in when the murder from your hometown. You knew of him, but didn't know he was a friend of the family. He tried to get me. Who vibing with class? Are you talking about Gerald Goines? He tried to get you? Girl. Who, girl? Tell me. Is it Gerald Goines? He tried to get you, girl. Please tell me. She said, exactly. I have alarms on every part of my house, which talks to me. Exactly. Here in Louisiana, you don't need a license to carry anymore. The law passed about 2 months ago. Wow. She says, I can't upgrade. For the people that's upgrading, can you tell how you guys are doing it, please? Tell in the comments how you guys are able to upgrade. What are they letting you do? Like, are you canceling and then going right back? What are you doing to upgrade? Yes, he's being charged as an adult. Yep, that's what I thought. They are charging this 14-year-old as an adult. She says, for purge, not knowingly, if I had of gave info on the strength of the family friends, I'm glad my nephew told my husband about it. Yeah, but which case are you talking about, vibing with Classy Shade? Which case are you referring to, sweetie? At least do whatever you can as a parent, and if that doesn't work, at least you know how proof that and have proof. Okay, know and have proof that you try everything possibly. Yes. Thank you, Cindy Roof, for becoming a level 2 member. Vanita said, a more little badge, still yellow. I've been in. It may change in the next one. She says, anyone know why mine would say $39.99 and the others $29.99 for a vested lever is not a big deal. I'll upgrade anyway. Just curious. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up and find out, Miss Heard, why is that doing that? She said, oh my God, y'all, I'm back and my phone finna die. I'm only 9%, but I got the tea. I'm sorry for being off topic, but I can't believe this dirty MFer is all I gotta say. What tea, girl? What tea? I went to the front of your page and hit upgrade and went to the bottom and hit investor. Okay. So this is what Lynn said she did. She went to the front page of my YouTube channel and hit upgrade and went to the bottom and hit investor. Okay. She said, America needs to. I agree with you, Hazel, 1,000%, baby. I agree with you. She said, more, I'm going to upgrade mine as well. Thank you, Nelly Nell. I appreciate you guys so much. So much. Absolutely, I do. So let's sign off and let's she said, what's the T? I don't know. I don't know what the T is, child. We need to find out what the T. Find out what the T is, baby, child. But anyway, we coming back live. It will be members only. If you would like to become a member, let me drop that one more time in the chat. Hold on one second. It's going to be members only. I owe my members because, you know, you guys have been there for me for a while. Some of y'all have just became members, but some of y'all have been there for me for a while. She said, where's the poll at? Okay, let me check the poll as well. The poll is coming up. 85-15, 170 votes. Wow. 85-15. So only 15% of the people do not want to hear about the story. Only 15. So 85-15. I'm going to pin this at the top. All right. And before I go, hold on one second. I had people send me coffees. Let me give them shots right quick. And then coming back, members only. We're coming back, members only, you guys. Hold on one second. I'm opening up my coffee link and I have Jessica. Thank you for 3. She said, out of politics and my crime shows on YouTube. You're the only one that make me miss my favorite TV show. You appreciate it. Thank you very much, Jess. And you are very much appreciated as well. Thank you for the 3 Coca-Colas, baby. Michelle Ford, thank you for the 5 Coca-Colas. And she sent hearts. Appreciate your love. Lamika, oh, Jesus. Lamika gave me 10 Coca-Colas. Thank you, Lamika. She said something for your Chico Sticks, Boston baked beans, and your Coca-Cola in my amores. Thank you so very much. Love you, baby. Big Bink. Oh, I didn't even know you guys gave me this. You guys are absolutely amazing. She gave me 5 Coca-Colas. Thank you, Binky Bink. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. All right. This is a new person. Is it called Cheyenne? Am I saying it right? Let me know if I'm saying your name right, Cheyenne. But she says, here is a Coke to stay hydrated while you break it down. Keep being you. Thank you, Cheyenne. I think I said your name right. Thank you so very much. And Cheryl, thank you for 3 Coca-Colas. Love you, Queen. Have a Coke with your beautiful smile. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you, God First, for becoming a member. And thank you, Latricia, for becoming a member. So we're going to get off and we are going to come back members only. But give me about 10, 15 minutes. Let me go get me a snack, okay? Love y'all. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. I'll talk to y'all in about 15 minutes, okay? Love y'all. Bye.